Principals. Welcome to the Whirlwind Tour of the Night School. I'm David Brooks, PhD. I'm the Executive Director of the Night School, and I'm going to go as fast as I can to not take up too much of your time, but let me tell you all the cool stuff we do, and I do have visual aids. Right off the bat, let me tell you, all 300 of my students, and I currently do have 300 and it's growing, wear one of these cool t-shirts every single day to chess, and they wear them to school if that's appropriate for the particular school. But if you look up here, you'll see that where we begin is with a flyer. This is a copy of this year's flyer. It's kind of colorful, and the parents really can't say no to it. This right here was the winter flyer that we put out, and it's really kind of fun and colorful on both sides. This is the back side of the current flyer that's going out in the fall. The parents look at that, they get really excited about it, and they just make the phone call or send an email, and they sign up for chess. That's all there is to it. And our chess program is compelling. These are some of the chess coaches that work with me. These are all assistant coaches, and they're awesome. They're high energy, and they're like kid magnets. What we always do, I'm kind of taking you through one lesson so you can see what we do during the day. We always start it right after school, about 2:45 or so. We go till 4:15, hour and 15 minutes usually, or a little more than that. We have an opening monologue every single time, which is a video of me with my two dogs, Check and Mate. And it's kind of an interesting, fun, relaxing thing. The kids love the opening monologue. Happens every week. We constantly do the same thing. This is an actual example.
Yeah, one little thing, and that is, I am super excited about the brand new pin packs that are set to roll. They have every single one of the dots. All the coaches have one. Here's one for Coach Jenny. Here's one for Coach Tim, for example. And they're all set. And there's even a template in it for each one, and it's set to roll. So we are super excited about that. One last thing that I'm excited about saying before class starts is the obvious question I want to ask you right now. And here's your question, kids. Welcome to night school. How do you feel?
And of course the kids respond, great, coach. They love saying that at the start of every day. It's one of our traditions. It's one of our little gimmicks that we always, in every class, all over, wherever the class is being held, we always start with that same phrase. And you'll hear it a little later in the video. Every single week we go through a game called Let's Play Does Coach to make sure that all of the chess coaches in the night school do the exact same thing all over the United States, from the beginning of the class to the end of the class. And we pick a different part out every week to kind of check on that. Coaches know that's coming. We also play a toast game every week, which is so much fun. The kids gather around and they watch me play on a video one particular child. This is what it looks like in a toast game. This is the actual music. The kids love the music, and they love a high-level toast game for sure. Of course, you need to see one. Here it is.
Hey guys, welcome to another week in the exciting world of toast. We're here to bring it on. I'm playing my worthy opponent. I'm going to go ahead and give her my pawn right now, my queen, of course. I've dropped my clock down to 1 minute. She's at 10 minutes, so really there's no real chance I can win this game. But of course, I plan to win it. I am going to bring the tactics down the street. Now, we all know that this is the first toast game of the year. I got my white belt on. It's kind of where the story begins. It's all about identifying the pieces. I know them all. My worthy opponent knows them all. And I think we're pretty much ready. But we will open every class ever with the same question. Let's try it in this school, see how we roll. Hey, school, welcome to night school. How do you feel? That was good. That's good.
And you can see that's how it works. I go through a game. It's nothing but fun. And the fun thing about this presentation we're making right now is you can continue it anytime you want. Check it out. You can actually watch the real game.
So that's when you know you really arrive in a situation like this. All right, as we get ready here, we're super excited and super stoked to make sure that official handshake begins every game ever. We're really excited that we're set. Black starts white clock whenever she's set, and she will go ahead and unpause the clock whenever she's been hit. And off we go. She's instantly attacking. I'm also instantly attacking. I'm backing off right this second. She's moving up, getting major pieces ready. I'm also getting major pieces ready. Sure about that. Let's see what's going on. And Liberty, unfortunately, that is checkmate. When she agrees, she can shake hands. Alright, that's a good game. That's a standard modification scholars mate. I couldn't do it with a queen because I'd already given her a queen as a handicap, and that's coordinating your pieces. That's a bishop. That's a knight. That's how we coordinate pieces. Good job.
Now, the handicap happens all the time in lots of games. The more advanced kids have to give up pieces to the less advanced kids. It makes all the games really fun, really doable for a less advanced child, and it kind of brings the new kid, the beginner, on board. A lot of what we do is extremely focused on the beginner or the new child. And yet the more experienced people, and we have very experienced people in the night school, we won 14 state championships this last March down in Daphne, Alabama. And so we're good at what we do. We also, but we're really more proud of taking care of the new kids and the young kids. Check it out. Every week we also play a fun game named Winky, the kids love, where you try to figure out who the actual winker is, and the kids absolutely love that game. It kind of goes on in the background. We take roll like any other class. We take it all very seriously. We're extremely professional. We are always on time. We are always well-groomed, and we just try to basically look like Richie Cunningham all the time, and we succeed. Our approach is so unusual. We have an entirely new operating system. We are 48-0 in our lifetime record. We have 18 state championships in the history of the school, and it's all pretty much based on one secret. And that secret is our tactics belts, our amazing curriculum. These bracelets right here, and in fact, I have as a visual aid for you, one of the things the coaches tend to carry these around, the kids go crazy for these. Every different color represents a different tactical kind of advancement. And the darker the belt, the more advanced you are. And so if you, every week we look at this and we actually look and see that there are developing belts, pin and exploit, x-ray. It's really complicated. But the kids get way into it. They love stuff like that. And so we do that every single week. We try to get better. We always have fun movies. Chess Dog Check is exhausted. Here's one of my pets, one of the mascots, Chess Dog Check. And he just got worn out in a toast game against Coach Brooks. Looks like he needs a chess movie, and we have different chess movies every week. Fun movies, silly, zany movies. Won't show you the whole thing, but you get the feeling, you get the picture. All the movies are fun, but they are also highly educational. There's real chess going on here. This does depict the Ruy Lopez opening and a really cool smother made at the end. Yeah, the kids love to just watch the little movies. We will not watch it now because we are on a whirlwind tour. There's so many fun, exciting activities. Surfing, not one of them, but one of them is definitely the fact that all of my teams get together at Christmas time and in May at the end of every semester and have a monster huge party/tournament throwdown that we call the Tournament Party. And it's very much fun. Here is a bracket from this last year where all the teams got together to try to see who the team champion was. We were also checking for grade level champion, and there are trophies for individual champion. Here's an example of pretty much all the chess-focused people in the entire city of Birmingham together playing it out to try to see who wins that tournament. So it's so much fun. Also, we have very much fun at our chess camps where we get way into things, and that happens during the summer generally. But the format of the classes is the same. A whole bunch of learning, and then a whole bunch of playing, and a whole bunch of fun. Our operating system is different than the U.S. Chess Federation. They require you to be silent, to not have your friends or your parents in the room, to not have any kind of snack. They require you to use a very long, boring clock, and we do none of those. We actually go for fun, kind of fellowship with chess. Also, we are a network. All the different schools that I coach in a given city are networked together, and you can go to any one of them for absolute free. And, of course, the most advanced people end up going to the state championships. I've got another prop right here, and it is the 2011 State Championship Trophy. These things are awesome, no question about it. They're hard to get, but we are able to actually get them. And the way we do that is, my chess coaches come in carrying 2 of these each time. These are the big cases. This is the curriculum on both sides of the case. You have the curriculum all laid out right there. And they also come in with these remote controls that the kids absolutely love for the Daily Puzzler. You may be familiar with these, but the kids just go crazy. They like to see their score come up in the grade book. And so we're really proud of the way we kind of check the lesson every single week. Also, our website tells you everything. If you went to the Principal's Lounge right now, you would see this very video that you're watching. And you can also see all the other details if you want to go to www.thenightschool.com. Now, our unique formula includes the weekly lesson, and really the day starts with a weekly lesson every time. I get up there on a video and show exactly the cool tactic of the week. It is nothing but a good time. In lesson 1, it's identification or learning the actual pieces and how they move, all the ins and outs.
Yes, let me introduce you to a new concept, the super puzzler. Every now and then we'll have a puzzler so hard that we will change the music on it, and we will go into super cool toast music, and it will give you twice as much time so you can think really deeply about it, because it's real challenging, but it's really a cool puzzle. And if you get a super puzzler right, you automatically get 2 pieces of candy, not one, just for that puzzle. And so keep that in mind. Of course, black belt usually goes second, so you want to make sure, your instructors will make sure that you do not in any way cheat or figure out a way other than just to think this through. And so good luck with the super puzzler today. I know you can nail it.
It's the kind of things we do when we go over the actual lessons. Keep in mind also that as soon as the lesson is over, we do a quiz, and it's with the remote controls, and it is called a puzzler. And it is nothing but a good time. The kids will love it. It has fun music like this. The kids get all set and excited to see if they have been actually listening to the daily lesson. And then up comes the question. What is the best move for white? Now, as we look at this, we all know the best move for white is to take the pawn and capture this pawn. Because once you do that, that of course is a double check. That will put this king under check with the pawn and also with the rook. And so while this pawn could be captured by the bishop, that won't stop the rook check. And of course, the rook could be captured by this other bishop, but that won't stop the pawn check. Nothing stops both checks, and that's the lesson of the day, the double check and how deadly it is. And so you check with the kids and make sure they're following. The kids do all kinds of procedures to make sure, and then they have a second puzzler, and then they always have a third puzzler, 1 piece of candy for every correct puzzler. They get the candy at the end of class, and they're not allowed to open it until the mom says yes to keep the wrappers off the floor. We do everything in our power to make the principals really happy, and all 26 of my principals are pretty happy with me. In fact, they're very happy. And then, of course, when the puzzler is over, you face off against your competitors. That means it is time for the weekly Smackdown monthly tournament, and the kids absolutely love it. Of course, they all get their own U.S. Chess Federation set. Here's some now. All the kids carry their very own. They're very proud of this. They walk around with it. That's U.S. Chess Federation. Everything we do is U.S. Chess Federation, including the clocks that are required. All coaches always have an entire briefcase full of clocks like this, and all the kids understand that there's no such thing as a chess game without a clock. It's absolutely required in every game we ever play. We play very high-level chess. That's how we win our state championships. And then we launch into our tournament brackets. All the kids get their name there, and they try to win and move on, just like March Madness. And the kids absolutely love that tournament action also. At the end of class every day is the award ceremony. And at the award ceremony, we do several things. One is we present whatever candy is owed. You get one for wearing your shirt all day long, one for doing your homework, which is 3 games of chess during the week. If you wear your wristband, you get a piece of candy. And of course, the kids have wristbands all the way up to here some of the time. They're very excited about it. It makes the word spread through the school. The entire school becomes kind of a chess mecca. There's an example of some of the wristbands now in a standard game. And then, of course, if you earn a belt, if you actually do one of the tactics, you get to come up to the front and show it off at the end of class. And then class is over, you go back out, and the actual instructor will walk all the kids out to the curb at exactly 4:15. The parents pick up at that time, and that's it. Anybody who's left over goes to the after-school program, or we somehow, every now and then, there is a straggler, and we will stay and use the old cell phone and find the mom. But that usually doesn't happen. The moms, they get signed up, and the dads are kind of real hands-on type parents to be in chess in the first place. So things run very, very smoothly. I'm kind of a certified teacher of 20 years and a stickler for every detail you can have, and my instructors are the same way. And so thank you for watching the Whirlwind Tour, and I would love to be your chess coach.